The crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in lovely Lenox, Alabama. It is July 14th, 2023. Tonight, the Making Babies series we do every Friday night. Hippopotamus. How on earth did this evolve? Now, you atheists, focus, pay attention. You can't explain this one either, I know. Never mind. Okay, let's see. We believe God ought to get the glory for his creation, even the amazing hippopotamus. I get started on these, brother, and I can't quit. The more research I do, how does anybody not understand there's a designer? I don't know how you can sleep with yourself. Okay, anyway, we believe God made the world in 6 days, like he said he did in the Bible. And you can follow us on Rumble, on Genesis Baptist Church, on YouTube, on Odyssey, and a whole bunch of places on drdino.com. There's all the places we're on. Okay, and please share them with your friends while we still can. The time is coming when they're going to shut down all kinds of things that doesn't go along with their message, their global message. So please share it to everybody. Okay, we're coming to you live from Genesis Baptist Church in Lenox, Alabama. There's downtown Lenox, and there we are, Dinosaur Adventureland, 1 mile north of downtown Lenox. I made these maps to tell the guy tonight, you're coming to stay in cabin 25A, okay? So go in the gate that's got the dinosaurs on it and the blue barn right next to it. Follow the road down to cabin 25A, B, C, and D. You're in 25A tonight. And most of our cabins are up here in this area, the bottom left corner there. Who cares, right? Solomon said, go to the ant. Consider her. Why would I want to consider an ant? Consider the lilies. Consider the ravens. All through the Bible, we're told to consider things. Stop and think. Do you really believe in evolution? This happened by chance? Anyway, we'll talk about that tonight. If you want to help us stay open for free, we've been open for 7 years for free. It gets real tight from time to time, all based on volunteers and donations. If you want to help us join our 777 Club, go to drdino.com. I like what they're doing. I'm going to give them $1 a day if you can. But we take $2 a day, wouldn't we? Yeah. Once in a while, we get a really good one. Most of the time, it's a bunch of little $1 a day, which is fine, okay? God supplies. Go to drdino.com. Make any checks to CSE. That's the Ministry of Creation Science Evangelism. All right, get our video series, and a new one come out today. The Big Bang, Big Lie series, $50. If you want to get all the DVDs, we've been covering information here. Big Bang is a big lie, okay? We'll do another one on more specifically the age of the earth coming soon. How many more series do we have coming out, brother?
Lots. We have 3 or 4 in the works.
3 or 4 in the works. I spend every spare moment of my day and sometimes 2 or 3 hours in the night working on these things. I'm hooked. I want to get all this stuff out of my head on a DVD so I can retire someday. Never mind. Okay, get our series on what on earth is about to happen. Folks, we're headed for disaster on planet Earth starting soon. Let's see, we got a Jeep Wrangler. We're looking for another one. Drove to Pensacola this morning to look at one. It didn't work out. So if you know of an old Jeep Wrangler, we can take the doors off. I say it's a 4-door, but it's no longer a 4-door if the doors are gone. What do you call it, a 4-hole?
No door.
Anyway, we need one. Okay, let's see. Tonight, hippopotamus. Last night, Komodo dragon, or last Friday, nobody answered the Komodo dragon. God blessed him and said, be fruitful and multiply. One of the great blessings in life is the ability to be fruitful and multiply. He blessed him, said, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful, multiply. He blessed Noah after the flood. Get off the ark, have a bunch of kids. Boy, they did too. Here we are. So God made them male and female. It couldn't be more clear. There's only 2, okay? Not 58 genders. There, okay. You see that video Matt Powell did about taking a survey to regender his dog or something? That was hilarious. Good job, Matt. Okay. He answered and said, have you not read? He made them male and female. I mean, it could, and that was the beginning, by the way. That's when the world started. Yeah, so Earth is about 6,000 years old. So God, in his infinite wisdom, gave the command for all life forms to make babies. And he gave the needed equipment and the drive to do so. And he gave an amazing variety of ways for them to do it, just so the evolution theory would look stupid, in my humble opinion. You guys aren't answering any of them. God made so many amazing ways that animals and plants reproduce. Not even diehard evolution believers will have any excuse on Judgment Day. These creatures had to be designed. David said, or the psalmist said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. We talked about the anglerfish. Nobody answered that one. That's a tough one, guys. How did that evolve? Go back and watch that one. No atheist answered. Let's see. We need a bunch more young people to study some of these. There could be a whole science center just on any one of these. You could do the tardigrade science center. You could do, no atheist answered the question, the honeybees. Guys, some of you young kids get involved some of this. Shut off the stupid DVD player and the stupid video games and do something useful. A 12-year-old could do this. Rub the atheist nose in these things. Pick one and say, how did this evolve? The watermelon. Can you please explain, how does it know to make seeds? How? How does each seed know how to make a plant? No atheist answered. The starfish, nobody did that one. The praying mantis, nobody did that one. Mud skippers, the atheist didn't answer. Beavers, they didn't answer that one, did they? No. The frog gives birth out of its mouth. Some give birth out of their back. The ant, nobody answered that one. The octopus, that was a tough one. Nobody answered that one. The sponge, you didn't answer. The barnacle. Come on, you atheists. You think you got science on your side? Let's hear it. How did the Venus flytrap evolve this unusual ability to make babies? Or the flatworm, how did that do it, huh? Or the needle-beard sea devil. Come on, let's hear an answer. The gooby, nobody answered. The eel, nobody answered. The seahorse, give birth, the male carries the babies around in a pouch. How did that evolve? See, for millions of years, the mama didn't want them, but the daddy didn't have a pouch ready, so they all died. All of them died for millions of years, yep. Club-wing mannequins, you didn't answer that. The the right whales, the left whales, the center of the line whales. Nobody answered any of them. Come on now. The frilled shark. What happened, guys? The blue whale, the pink whale, the yellow whale, the orange whale. None of them. Didn't answer none of them. The banana slug. Yeah. Nobody answered. The golden plover. How did that work? Mom and dad go to Alaska, lay their eggs, raise the babies up to a certain size. Mom and dad take off for Hawaii. 2 weeks later, the babies fly to Hawaii and join their parents. How did they know where Hawaii is? Come on, guys, let's hear it. See, for millions of years, they were just half a degree off and they missed the Hawaiian Islands and drowned in. They ran out of gas. Oh, well, let's see. The porcupine, nobody answered that one. Isn't that a cute little baby porcupine? We need one of those in our science center, don't we? Here, kid, pick that up. I don't want to pick it up, sir. Okay, nobody answered. The tarantula, nobody answered that one. Let's see, the Suriname toad, give birth out of its back. You didn't answer that one. The platypus. Come on, guys, I'm waiting. The kangaroo. What happened? You didn't answer that one. The bacteria. Komodo dragon. You're not answering any of them tonight. The hippopotamus. I predict nobody will answer this one either. Let's see. Hippos, also known as hippopotamus, are semi-aquatic mammals that live near bodies of water, such as rivers, swamps, and lakes in the sub meaning under, Sahara Desert, Africa. They're one of the largest mammals to live on land and can reach a weight of 2,800 to 3,000 pounds, depending on their sex. The males are heavier. Hippos can't swim, can't breathe underwater, and can't even float. But they've developed a tactic that lets them nap underwater. They sleep underwater, come up, take a breath, and go back down without even waking up. Anyway, they seek refuge from the heat by living in water during the day. I see. There's a cute little baby hippo. We need one of those at Dinosaur Adventureland. Estimated 115,000 hippos left in the wild, all right? Hippopotamus comes from the Greek word meaning water horse or river horse. Horse that lives in the water, who cares? There are two species of hippopotamus. They might have had a common ancestor, a frog. Yeah. Largest extinct hippopotamus. Wow, 3,900 kilograms. Take that times 2.2, 8,800 pounds. That's a big hippo. How come so many animals in the fossils that they find are bigger than the ones they have today? Maybe the Hovind theory is right, that the world was different and people lived to be 900 before the flood, and maybe the Bible's right. And this is the age of giant everything, giant hippos, giant dinosaurs, not millions of years ago. Atheists, give it up. Come on, get a real theory. Pygmy hippopotamus found in Western Africa. Here's the place where hippos live, their habitat map, all over Africa. Hippopotamus. The body of the hippopotamus is well suited. They don't want to say designed. Okay, it's well suited for aquatic life. Their eyes, ears, and nostrils are located on top of their head. So they're able to see, hear, and breathe while being mostly submerged. See, for millions of years, the nostrils were down the bottom, and they all died. All of them drowned for a long time. They finally figured out, we got to move these things, guys. Okay. A clear membrane covers and protects their eyes while allowing them to see underwater. Their nostrils close to keep water out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you do that? Let me see everybody. Close your nostrils. Come on now. 16 foot is the biggest hippo. Since males never stop growing, they hold most of the record for largest hippos ever. Largest hippo recorded was captive in a zoo, 16-foot giant. It's captive. As much as 3 Honda Accords. That's a big hippo. Hippos sweat an oily substance that protects their skin like sunblock. Their sweat produces oil. Cool. What's the hippo's mating strategy? I noticed in the last about 15 years, they use this word a lot, their strategy. They don't want to say it's designed. It had a strategy. It figured out a way. Yeah, okay. Hippos are polygamous, meaning they have more than one mate. Only about 10% of the males, the bulls, have adequate territory to acquire a mate, and they win over the female cows through a series of fecal flinging. They fling their poo around to mark their territory. They really do. I was going to show a video. We won't do that, okay? They mate in the water. Well, no, hold on just a minute. These hippos live, mate, fight, get cut and heal, suckle their young, and eat and drink in filthy, polluted waters. How long did it take them to evolve resistance to all the thousands of different disease bacteria in these waters? Would you want to live, eat, mate, and drink that water? No. What is hippopotamus bite force? How hard can they bite? Well, pretty hard, okay? They have big teeth. By the way, I need a hippo skull for our museum. You can acquire one, or a replica of one. I wonder if Joe Taylor had one. His whole museum, we got to buy all that stuff if we can. Animals with the strongest bite force. Well, let's see. Sharks and crocodiles are up at the top. But hippo is number 3. Hippo can bite a crocodile in half. Their teeth are huge. 10 to 30 hippos live together with one dominant male. He shows the rest of them he's the boss, right? Let's see. Hippos. They fight and fight and fight. The winner gets to have all the girls, right? The hippo front teeth can be 1.2 feet long. That's the top ones. And the bottom ones can be 1.5 feet long, 18-inch tooth. So if he bit you and didn't bite you in half, it would still hurt for a long time, right? Hippos mate in filthy, polluted water without getting diseases. How did this evolve? Guys, you atheists, you claim you have science on your side. I don't believe that for a second, but give some science. Wouldn't the bacteria-infested waters get injected into the female too during this process? This is not at all like our hospital rooms for babies being born, nice sterile room. They don't have that. They're conceived in filthy water. They're born into filthy water. A newborn hippo. Let me get this video here and go over to here. And is that it?
Hippos spend up to 16 hours a day in the water. They have no equals there. Neither lions nor crocodiles would risk attacking them. Knowing this, hippos started to give birth in the water to ensure maximum safety for their offspring.
They got to glorify evolution with every one of these videos. So the hippos knew they're safe there, so they decided to have their babies there. Look at this. Why can't you guys grow up and say, look, it looks like they're designed? Oh, you'd lose your government funding, wouldn't you? I know. Okay, it's all about the money. Go ahead.
Everything would be fine if not for one detail. Hippos can't swim. What can one do in 40 seconds? Water the flowers, order food delivery, wash a mug that's been standing on the table the whole week, take a few selfies. And if you're a baby hippo, try not to die. As I've already said, hippos are born in the water because it's the safest option.
Would you mothers like your kid to swim in that water? Come on now.
But as soon as the baby is born, a timer starts. The baby can hold its breath for only 40 seconds, in rare cases for a minute. During that time, its mother must push it to the surface so that the little hippo can take a breath.
Okay, now how does the first time mother know to do this? Do the hippos have to read a book? You're about to have a baby now. Be sure to push it to the top. She just got done having a baby. She's probably thinking about her own pain. No, she pushes the baby to the surface in less than 40 seconds. How did this evolve? See, for the first 10 million years, mothers all didn't do it in time, and all the babies died. None of them made it for millions of years.
Otherwise, well, you get the idea. The female continues to push its child out of the water over and over again to teach it the basic principle: breathe or you will die. After 5 minutes, the newborn is already able to stand on its feet, but it still can't swim.
Newborn can stand up in 5 minutes. I was up there when the donkey was born, or the mule, and it was within 2 minutes standing up, looking for the dinner table, and knew where to look. How does the baby hippo know where dinner is? Huh? How does he possibly know mama has the milk? How does he know that? How can you guys that believe in evolution not see there's a designer?
Take quite a lot of time before the hippo gets used to the water and feels comfortable. Adult specimens even sleep underwater, not waking up when they rise to the surface. So they breathe without being distracted from their dreams and without swimming. Sounds weird, but hippos really do not know how to swim in the usual sense of the word. Rather, they walk underwater, pushing off to take a breath of air on the surface from time to time, and then sinking back to the bottom. Adult hippos move in the water at a speed of up to 5 miles per hour.
You can watch videos all day long on hippos, but I don't think there's a way to explain it. Nurses underwater. Now think for a minute. Is this kind of an unsanitary place to be nursing? Huh? I would think so. How does it know where? Mama, where do I get the milk? South side, son, south side. Is hippo milk really pink? Oh, yeah. It has blood in it that turns it pink. Do hippo moms really give their babies pink milk? There's a certain internet rumor that hippo moms produce pink milk, kind of like a strawberry milkshake. But as it turns out, hippo babies are drinking white milk just like the rest of the world. So where does the pink milk theory come from? Actually, it has to do with the sunscreen, okay? There's blood in there. It's a long story. Read about the pink milk. 8 months after conception, at the height of wet season, a female hippo gives birth to one calf at a time, occasionally twins, but it's very rare, either on land or in the water. Afterward, mothers leave the herd for a short period of time to bond with their calf underwater. After a few weeks, the calves finally exit the water to feed on grass. How are baby hippos born? They're born weighing up to 50 kilograms times 2.2. Imagine having a 120-pound baby. Kelly, what's the biggest baby you had? 7'11". Okay, that's a big baby. Imagine 120-pound baby. Ow. They are born well-developed and know instinctively how to move in the water. Now, you guys say these things. Do you stop and think of the evolutionary path it would have to take to get this knowledge? How does the baby know to move in water? How does it know to suckle in water? Does mama teach it? They must get to the surface quickly to take a breath after birth. Since the mother hippo needs to be in water that is too deep for her young, you will see them riding on her back. The sunlight can dry her skin and cause sunburn if she stays in shallow water. The mother will create milk for her young to suckle from about the first 6 to 8 months of life. They will suckle underwater by closing their ears and nostrils during the day and on land. Can you close your ears? Hippo babies can close their ears and their nostrils. How long did that take to evolve? Those special sphincter muscles. Huh? They will suckle underwater, close their ears and nostrils, and on land, in the evening, as the mother looks for her own source of food, if food is scarce, some females will nurse the young for the first year. Baby hippos. Now, simple question tonight. Do you evolutionists really believe The hippo evolved from an amoeba over millions of years. Did all the hippos fit in your imaginary dot that exploded? Keep in mind, you guys believe a dot smaller than a proton rapidly expanded and made everything. Super dense matter, the one guy called it, didn't he? Oh yeah, super dense. That's super dense. Let's see, 115,000 hippos left in the wild, plus the river that they're in and all the water, and plus the whole planet Earth. Actually, the whole solar system, all the and the sun and all the stars, everything was in that dot. You really believe that? Do you ever stop and think about what you think about? That is dumb. Just plain dumb. I don't know, kind way to say it. Brother Meister, you've been in the ministry a long time. Is there a better word than dumb for that? I mean, that's a good word for it. Okay. So I don't understand how you folks cannot see its design. You believers need to come up with a real scientific explanation how the hippo reproduction came about by blind chance. How does the male know? Fling your poo around and that'll scare the other males. Tell you what, you go to the mall, fling your poo around, see if it drives everybody off. I don't want a fairy tale. I want a real science answer, guys. Come on, you claim you got science. Some architects put great detail into their house, and we say, wow, this guy's good architect. That guy's a good gardener. Look at that, it's amazing. Wow, somebody designed that car. Look at that, we need one of these at Dinosaur Adventureland. Had to be designed, yep. Some math whizzes, they say, wow, that guy's smart. Can't you say, God, you're smart? Why can't you look at any animal in the world, any plant, and just praise God? I don't understand it. I go out walking around here looking for ideas for our Dinosaur Adventureland and say, oh, wow, God, you're amazing. Can't you do that? Don't you wish you could? Some bodybuilders who can lift a zillion pounds and have muscles, like mine, like that guy, say, wow, this guy's strong. Look at that. Man, that guy's a good cabinet maker. That's amazing. Some atheists argue against design using arguments that they designed. Potter can take clay from the ground and make amazing pottery. People say, wow, that guy's good. But when God takes clay from the ground and turns it into a human with 11 organ systems, each one more complicated than the space shuttle, you say, wow, didn't have a designer. How many cells in the human body? 40 trillion cells. Each one more complicated than the space shuttle. You ought to say, wow, God, you're amazing. You are. God, you're amazing. One cell is so complex, all the scientists in the world today could never make one. When logical people see that each of those 40 trillion cells is more complex than anything man can make, they say, wow, this had a smart designer. A logical person would look at science and say, God, you are really amazing. Who taught you to not believe that? Go slap them and get your money back. God takes clay from the ground, makes a man with 40 trillion complex cells. And you guys say, wow, all this evolved from nothing for no reason. I don't know how to help that. Don't know how to help. I'm trying. Maybe some of you will say, I can look at a bacteria and say, wow, there was a designer. That thing's complicated. I'm the Lord, that's my name, my glory will I not give to another. Oh Lord, how manifold are thy works. In wisdom hast thou made them all. See, the more I studied science, I realized, God, you're amazing. I don't have a problem giving God the glory. Why is it such a problem? I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Praise ye the Lord. Why can't you do that? Just praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Behold the works of the Lord. Be still and know that I'm God. He's going to be exalted one day in his glory. He's not going to share with anybody else. I'm sorry, evolutionists. Someday, every one of us is going to give an account to God. I'm going to give an account to God. I know that. Someday, every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall confess. The bacteria, the blue-banded goby, the tarantula, every creature we've discussed, the hippopotamus, going to say, don't you know there's a designer? You want to believe it came from a big bang, a dot smaller than a proton. made all the bacteria, all the hippopotamus, all the octopus, all the planets. You are certifiably insane if you believe that. All of you. If you believe in evolution, I'm calling you insane. Okay? Don't drive on the highway. Don't get near any sharp objects, please. Okay? This is not science. This is religion. Not science at all. God created the heaven and the earth. He did it in 6 days. Atheists say, I'm going to bow before no God. Okay, you've already surrendered logic and reason long time ago. So they got the humans on here and the birds and all the animals. I bet the hippopotamus are in there somewhere. You believe hippopotamus? Tell you what, atheists, I need to put you on my chart here. You believe you're related to hippopotamus? All the many forms of life on earth today come from a common ancestor. That's what the kids are taught. This is stupid, real stupid. Okay, let's get some comments here. Some of you evolutionists, you're real brave keyboard warriors. Bring it on. Let's hear it. Tell me how the hippo evolved. Go ahead, brother. What do we got there?
This ain't the hippo, but he's asked this every night for a week.
It's apparent with Kitzmiller versus Dover that even people of faith don't want creationism taught in public schools. Well, first of all, your premise is completely wrong. What happened in these lawsuits, different people around the country have tried to force creation into the school. The courts have ruled we cannot require the teachers to teach creation. This would be a violation of the separation of church and state. They never said you can't teach creation. They said it can't be required. And I think these people are doing it wrong. They should be saying, don't mention creation, don't mention evolution, just get the lies out of the textbooks. One by one, find out where they're brainwashing your kids on the lies in the textbooks. Help, I'm being taught biology, evolution in my biology class, or earth science class, biology class, textbook. Focus on the lies. Don't even try to get evolution out of the schools. Just get the lies out. My video, Lies in the Textbooks, covers about 50 different lies. I don't care if they teach evolution. I just don't want to use lies to support it. Don't tell them the embryo has gill slits before it's born. That's been proven wrong since 1874. Tear that out of the book. Don't tell them the whale has a vestigial pelvis. That's not true. Watch my series. Focus on getting lies out. So your premise is wrong. The courts, listen to me, the courts have never ruled you cannot teach creation. They have ruled you cannot make it mandatory to teach creation. Focus, Daniel-san. Okay, what's the next question? Evidence on the origin of hippopotamus suggests hippos and whales shared a common ancestor that branched off. Wow. Crybaby. What evidence? I'd like to see this. Has anybody ever seen a hippo produce a non-baby hippo? Or does this take place? Crybaby, we got to put Crybaby's name right here, right here. Just imagine. Imagine. Hippos and whales are related. Crybaby, are you related to hippo also? Go on a diet, son. Don't tell me there's evidence. Show me the evidence. Okay, see science. With so many million different reproductive systems between the living forms, it sure is hard to believe that these vastly different reproductive systems gave rise to each other. I know, I can't believe they're saying that now. You only got to evolve the ability to reproduce once. First of all, that's baloney, not true. Secondly, why would any animal evolve the ability to reproduce? Why don't they just evolve the ability to live forever? Why would any animal want to make more babies? Doesn't that increase competition for the food supply? Huh? Come on now. Okay, who else we got there?
It's James.
Okay. Why can some of the same kinds of animals give birth to both live or lace eggs, like sharks, reptiles, etc.? I think God did a lot of these reproductive strategies just so we can laugh at the atheist for believing it happened by chance. I think it's just for the laughter part. I laugh at it. When I'm doing my slides, I'm laughing. How can you not see this? What is wrong with you? Oh, well.
Most important question than that.
Most important question. How can I evolve a full head of hair? First of all, I don't think you would want a full head of hair. You're talking about everywhere? I don't think you want that, okay? Maybe just on the top. Brother, do you want to show them how you did it? Come on, hey, come on up. Show them how you did your full head of hair. You want to be world famous?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Where are you visiting from again?
Michigan.
Michigan. All right. Here, grab a chair there. Come on up. So it's real simple. If you can't get it to grow on top, get it to grow on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right?
It's gravity.
Grab-
Gravity pulled it right through.
And how long have you been growing that?
About 2 years, and I wasn't sure if I really liked it, but I found that it's really grown on me.
It's growing. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, how'd you like your tour today at Dinosaur Adventureland?
Loved it. We had a great time. Great time.
You recommend people come?
Absolutely.
All right.
I think everybody should come.
Good, good, good. Well, don't worry about. My daddy said all good men come out on top. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, brother. All right. Any more questions, brother?
No, we're good.
Okay. Sounds good. Nothing tomorrow night. Sunday, going to be in the book of Philemon in the New Testament. One little chapter, very loaded with good stuff. See you then tomorrow. Bye.